Everyone talks about the bucket list, things you must do before you die. But what if real financial freedom, career growth, and happiness comes from doing exactly the opposite? Today, we flip the script. This video is about the anti bucket list, 7 things that you need to stop wanting if you want to actually be free. Watch till the end of the video because the last one on the list is surprising and may just change how you go about your life. The first one on the list is the dream job. One of the biggest obsessions in our lives is what we call the dream job. The problem with this concept is that it's a myth. There's no one dream job that will solve all your career and financial problems. Yet, we all chase it. We don't just dream of a dream job, we romanticize it. Your dream job can become your golden cage. Because even if you love it, it still owns your time. Chasing your dream job could mean that you're letting go of other wonderful opportunities for something that's elusive and cannot be true. Believe me, career growth does not come from chasing your dream job. It's the total opposite. In fact, your career growth may decrease the more you chase a dream job. If landing your dream job is on your bucket list, strike it off. Move it to your anti-bucket list now. The second one on the list is luxury vacations and travel. Everyone wants to travel the world and experience luxurious vacations. We dream of exotic locations and whatnot. Now, travel by itself is not a problem. In fact, it's a good thing. But the problem is the dream of luxury vacations to exotic locations. Perhaps even obsession with a specific location. If you want to travel the world to experience different cultures and learn new things, that's very different. If travel is on your bucket list, make sure that it's tied to some real world goal and learning. If I plot a graph of happiness and growth versus travel, it can look like this, where our happiness and growth continue to increase as we travel more and more. But this is only if travel is based on sustainable real world goals. If your travel actually means luxurious vacations, then your happiness and growth will taper off after a certain point. If you really feel the need for a luxury vacation, you need to look more closely at your life. Why do you need a luxury vacation? Are you trying to escape from your normal life because perhaps you hate your job or some other aspect of your life? Ask yourself, am I taking this luxury vacation just to escape from my life for a few days? If an exotic vacation to a specific exotic location is on your bucket list, take it off now. It should, in fact, be on your anti-bucket list. Before we look at the next one on the list, please take a moment to subscribe for more stories on financial freedom, career growth, and happiness. The next one on the list is the perfect physique. 6 packs, 0 cellulite, 4% body fat. We kill ourselves for aesthetics, but often at the cost of joy and perhaps even health. Real health is silent. Obsession is noisy. There are 2 main problems if we are obsessed with the perfect physique. The first one is that it's often short-term. It's not sustainable and is never done with a long-term plan in mind. The second problem is that anything taken to the extremes becomes a problem in itself. When we get obsessed with just physical appearances, we tend to overdo it, tend to want it at any cost. You may start out with health as the goal, but if you're not careful, a total obsession with the perfect physique could end up affecting your health. If we plot a graph of health versus physique, your health could get better up to a certain point, especially if you're in bad shape initially. However, if you continue to obsess over it beyond a point, your health could actually start to get worse without you even knowing it. If getting that perfect physique is on your bucket list, think again. If anything needs to be on it, it has to be good health. Great health is more than just physique. It needs to be more sustainable, long-term, well-rounded, and should include mental health. At number 4 on the list is fancy cars and other designer stuff. We often associate a luxury car or designer goods with freedom. This could be because these provide an easy way to showcase our success to the world. But a luxury car or designer stuff isn't freedom. It's a financial leash. You're parking your peace of mind for a dopamine hit that fades after 3 months. Think about it. How long were you really happy after you bought your previous car? Have you used even 5% of the features that it offers? Financial freedom is inversely proportional to luxury. The more you chase luxury, the lesser financial freedom you will have, as you can see in this graph. But perhaps that's okay if it can make you happy. But that's the problem. The more you chase luxury, the more happiness will continue to elude you. This is how the graph of happiness versus luxury usually looks like. Happiness may increase for a short time as you chase luxury, but it will decrease over time. Now, if you're really so rich that buying a fancy car does not make even a small dent on your wealth, then it's perhaps okay. Maybe it doesn't even hurt. But if getting that car becomes an obsession and you're chasing luxury by potentially straining your finances and taking loans, then it's a disaster. If that fancy car is on your bucket list, think again. Why? Why in the world do you want it? It should actually be on your anti-bucket list. At number 5 on the list is being famous. This is one of the most seductive prisons of the 21st century. Fame, virality, going big, being famous. Everyone wants their moment, that viral post, that reel with a million views, being known for something incredible. If being famous is not consciously on your bucket list, it is probably in there unconsciously. Who wouldn't want to be famous? This is not just about going viral online or being famous. It could just as well be about being popular in your organization or your college group. But here's what nobody tells you. Being popular doesn't just boost your visibility. It also locks you into a performance loop. You start needing to be someone, not for yourself, but for the audience that you've attracted. Every day becomes a new pressure to post, to say something meaningful, to not get cancelled, and maybe to outdo your last hit. And if you think being famous brings confidence, think again. Fame is often the trade where you sell your authenticity for approval. You start wondering, who am I when I'm not being watched? Here's the paradox. The more eyes that you have on you, the lesser freedom you often feel. Your life becomes success and content. Your identity becomes fragile. But is there something called good fame? There probably is. Being famous should not be on your bucket list. It's not a goal that you should aim for. We think that our chance of being famous and getting success increases as we put more effort to chasing fame, like in this graph. But it's the opposite. In fact, the single-minded pursuit of success and the pressure of trying to become famous makes it less likely to happen. What should be on your list is working sustainably on the things that you love. And if that involves helping and mentoring people, you should do so for the joy of it. Much like being successful, being famous is the result of long, sustained, and happy efforts. Real success and fame come from adding value, as you can see in this graph. That's the kind of fame that gives you peace and lasts. But it doesn't come from keeping fame on your bucket list. The 6th one on the list is a big, grand house. This one is probably on everyone's bucket list. This is similar to a fancy car or other luxury items. But it's different in the sense that a house is a necessity, a place which you can come back to and feel at peace. But in the pursuit of building our dream house, we lose sight of what we really need. A big house sounds like success, but it often comes with a big loan, a big maintenance, and a big invisible chain. Sometimes a smaller home means a bigger life. There are 3 problems with aiming for a big, luxurious house. The first one is that it's unlikely to be necessary. Why do you need a really big house? How much space do you really need? The second one is that it will take away your freedom. Are you building a big luxurious house beyond your means, only to get into a chain of loans and being stuck in a job for a long time? The third and less obvious problem is that happiness is not included in a house. Just because you build a big grand house, it does not mean that you will be happy. Whether it's a small or big house, you need to bring your own happiness. It's never included. Owning a big grand house beyond your financial means will neither give you financial freedom nor happiness. If it is on your bucket list, rethink it. It's an obsession that can end up making you unhappy. And the final one on the list is what I call hustle culture glory. This seems like an unusual one to be on a bucket list, but many people unconsciously have it there. The dream of the 5 a.m. club, grind set, always busy. But being always on just means that you never get to be. You're not a productivity machine, you're a human. If you're caught up in the hustle culture and all its glory, ask yourself, why? What am I chasing? Remember, productivity is not the root of happiness. Productivity does not lead to happiness. In fact, happiness leads to productivity. Now, this does not mean that you should not work hard. It just means that your efforts should be consistent, sustainable, and give you joy. Unending hustle culture is not the answer. It should definitely be on your anti-bucket list. If you look at the graph of financial and career growth versus hustle, growth may seem to increase as you hustle more and more. But there comes a point where it stops increasing and starts to hurt you. The anti-bucket list is your reminder that not all goals are worth chasing. Some are worth escaping. Hit subscribe, and if you want to understand the 5-minute early retirement plan that worked for me, watch this video.